Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Koholo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kadash. Double honors to our apostles and to our elders that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwap that's out here sincerely keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. Jachanan Nawab just coming at you with another quick lesson. Pray that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this is going off into a police officer that was killed here in the city where I'm at. It says we lost a hero today. Detroit police officer. Suspect died after shooting on city's west side. And you know, believe it or not, a lot of these police officers, hey, they be low-key Israelites, man. And some, I mean, you know, they at least pass the camps. Because where I set up not too far from a precinct, you know, not too far away from where, you know, pretty much I set up, I see them coming out and, you know, like their little routes that when they come out of the precinct or whatever they pass, they be in all different types of cars. Some of them actually throw their hands up and say hi. You know, some of them, you know, they honk the horn or whatever, you know, but they know, you know, they know. And a lot of them are so-called white people too, you know, Edomites, you know, but the ones that's Jake, you know, they know that they're Israelites, man, because they see the brothers out on the highways and byways. You know, it's camps throughout all of Detroit. You know, you got GMS, but I mean, there's other camps from other, you know, IUSPK, IUIC. But anyway, though they don't teach the same doctrine, they can at least learn that they're Hebrew Israelites. So it's not like they don't know. Okay, but let's get some of this. It says a Detroit police officer and suspect have been shot and killed near Drury Road and Marlowe Street on the city's west side. Officials announced Wednesday night. Authorities responded to a 911 call in the area of someone firing shots indiscriminately at 7:30 p.m. and officers arrived 2 minutes later. Probably some nigga just high as hell. The officers, upon his arrival, immediately took fire from the subject, who was armed with a Draco assault rifle. Detroit Police James Chief White said during a press conference. Sadly, the officer was struck and succumbed to his injuries. His partner was able to return fire, and the subject was fatally struck as well. Authorities have not released the names of either of the officers or the suspect, pending further investigation. White said police were not sure if someone else was injured in the shooting. Detroit Police Chief James White said the officer was a 5-year veteran of the department who came from a family of police officers. His father recently retired from the force. And hey, man, this could play a huge part in it. You know? It says we lost a hero today, White said during the press conference outside Sinai Grace Hospital. The department in the city is grieving. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan said there is so much violence, and it seems like there is nowhere in this country that you can be safe. But there's people who don't believe that. It was not clear what prompted the suspect to open fire. The mayor said the family of the fallen officer described him as somebody who had a calling for the community, and he was doing what he loved. Now it goes, you know, like I said, hey, police officers, man, you know, not all of them are wicked, but there's some wicked ass police officers out here. And the scriptures talks about them being ministers of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You see? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. And when you're in a position like that, you want to do well, for real, because you're held at a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, you know, is the one that sets these men up. Right? I mean, that was his lot. That was his lot in life. You know what I'm saying? Man's goings of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. But this, you know, it's in Romans 13. I'm going to start from 1. And it's titled in the NLT over here, Respect for Authority. Okay, and it says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of Yahweh. The powers that be are ordained of Yahweh. So these officers are regardless of what color they are, what race, or whatever you want to call them, they're ordained of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You see? Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh. And they that resist shall resist to themselves damnation. See? Because these officers will pull out and hit your ass. That's just like that guy, I think his name is Jalen. You know, the one that supposedly got shot up. You know, they shot at him 90 times. Hey, man, that was all the power and you know, that was by the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Because like I said, again, man's goings of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. And it's best that you just comply with these officers, man. When you're out and about, hey, you know, Say yes, sir, officer. No, sir, officer. Whatever. Giving their ID, identification, your registration, your insurance. You know what I'm saying? Just give them the things that they need, and especially if you're not doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. Just go, because a lot of people like to just run off at the damn mouth instead of just, you could see these police officers, they're human too. You step off with an attitude, they're going to give you some attitude. They can make your day real rough, man. Okay. Verse 3, it says, for rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil. See that? That's basically what I was just saying. They're not rulers, to good work. Terrors to good works, but to evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. So you should have fear of the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But see, that's what's wrong with our people. They don't have the fear of the Lord. And they don't have understanding that these officers are set up by the Lord. And they would knock your ass off, man. For he is the minister. See, this is the point right here. For he is the minister of Yahweh to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. For he beareth not the sword in vain. And that sword is that modern day gun. That taser. All the weapons that they have. They got, man, they'll roll up on your ass SWAT style, man. These people look like the military now. It says, for he is the minister of Yahweh, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. See that? A revenger to execute wrath upon him that do evil, man. Doeth evil. And so when you see a lot of these dudes getting knocked off the way that they get knocked off, and you got these niggas running around out here marching, they have no idea, idea that they're marching against the Lord. Because it's the Lord he's the one that sanctions killings, man. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. But I wanted to go into that point of the authority or the officers, because when you're an officer, you're a minister of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and you have to do the best that you can to be good. So if you're an officer and you don't know the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, then you're a damn target out here if you're a police officer, basically, in the meanwhile. Because you're held to a higher ground, so to speak, and I mean, you will want the protection of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai with a job like that. But a lot of them, they don't know that they're Israelites. They don't know the true name of the Father Yahweh or his son Yahushai. They don't know that law, statutes, and commandments was given to us through Moses, and we made a contract with them, and that we're under a different circumstance when it comes to walking this earth. Even if you're a police officer, if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American police officer, you're still under the curses. You're still under the curses, man. Let's get Deuteronomy 32 and 20. Is that 39, Salakia? Because this is the Lord right here, right? So for the guy that got killed and for the officer that got killed, the Lord is the one that killed him. Verse 39, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So the Lord wanted that police officer. That police officer dead. The Lord wanted that subject dead. He was just killing two birds with one stone. Because this guy, this police officer could have been wicked as hell. I'm not saying that he was, but he could have been out here doing a bunch of wickedness. Because the police officers do a lot of wickedness, man. In these metropolitan cities, they do a lot of wickedness, man. They just as wicked as the nigga they going to pick up. You see? And then his father, was a police officer. He could be getting some judgment from some shit his father done. Because it said his father was a retired police officer, right? And the Lord, he'll judge you by taking something away from you that you love. So it could go either way, I'm just throwing all the points out there. But let's get, because I wanted to go into the comment that kind of got me into this particular lesson. It says, the violence in this country is outrageous, White said. When asked what he thought about someone firing at Draco, the assaults against police officers are outrageous. Regardless of where you stand and what side of the political aisle you are on, this issue of gun violence, it's entirely too much gun violence in this city, too much gun violence in this country, and now we've got an officer who has paid the ultimate sacrifice, putting his life on the line for you and me, every single day, and officers are doing it right now. Even after this call, enough is enough. Okay, it says Michigan State Police offer prayers on Twitter, okay. Because Michigan State, man, it shit, the damn state police, man, they'll run all through the hood too. They'll come up off them highways and hit the hood on you, man. Man, I'm telling you. But let me go back though, because this was the point. It was the comments. I went into the comments. Let me see here, Salakia. So it was, let me see, which one was it? Let me go into this one. Because this is what I put. I said, America was stolen with violence. It's going to go down in violence. It will change, all right, but the change will be far worse than it is now. And I, got 3 upvotes on it. That wasn't too long ago, about an hour ago or so. Somebody left facts. Somebody said so true. Because, see, America is falling, man. These so-called white people, they're reaping what they've sown. See, when they set up police officers, right? They set up police officers to run niggas down. They set up police officers to protect their property, which they, when they had slaves, man, and to run slaves down. That's why the police was set up. And they still hunting niggas to this very day. I mean, it just is what it is. But what's done happened is it's done got out of hand, and now it's starting to affect their whole country. It's starting to affect even their own people. You see? Matter of fact, let me see if I can put this in real quick here. Let's see, Salakia. Let's go to this DuckDuckGo real quick. And I'm just going to put in, Salak. Get a new tab. I'm just going to put in, I think they were called a Patty Patrol. Let's see. And they probably done scrubbed it. I think that's what they were called. Oh, yeah. They got it right here. Slave Patrol, Wikipedia. Slave Patrol. Salak. Also known as patrollers. Patty rollers, who organize groups of men who monitored and enforced discipline upon slaves in the antebellum U.S. southern states. The slave patrol's function was to police enslaved persons, especially those who escaped or were viewed as defiant. They also formed river patrols to prevent escape by boat. So see, this is why they created police officers. You see, to run you niggas down. And like I said again, they still running niggas down. Let me see, what's that, what's the scripture where they talks about they hunt our steps and Lamentations. Let me put an S on that. Yep, Lamentations 4:18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. And that's what they do. They hunt our steps, man. But now, see, like I said again, it's a money maker. It's a money grab. Now they hunt the steps of even their own people. But they don't do it like how they do it to Jake, because we are under those curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. And the Lord, done a real number on us, boy. But like I said again, hey, we're still under the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai too. That because you can clearly see in Romans 13, and that I read 1 through like verse 5 or so, that the Lord has set these people up to kill, man. To kill if you get out of hand. Because as you can see, hey, people are dying at the hands of the police officers for little or nothing these days, man. And you're not talking about like highly educated people that have these jobs. They grab, these basically are damn teenagers that just came, hopped up off their couch from playing video games, living with their damn mama, yelling and screaming at them, and they're allowing these dudes to go to school, get a little bit of, I think they get about 6 weeks training, maybe 6 months. I'm not sure. I guess they get ongoing training. But man, these people are not trained enough to be out here, man, really holding no gun, no badge, man, and being in control of going out and dealing with people. And see, one of the better things of it is that they kind of done gave them cameras, or they're recording everything, so it kind of makes them they have to somewhat be good, so to speak, or do better. Because before them cameras came out, man, it was fucking us up. Because they'll still get you on camera. You see what I'm saying? But I just wanted to just touch on this because, and like I said again, as you can see, slave patrol, that's where that came from. So you so-called white people, you're reaping what you've sown, so to speak. Now your own officers are actually, they'll do you dirty just like they'll do a Negro dirty. So it started off with you running down slaves, and then it went into just a money, man, that's $1 trillion corporation. That's $1 trillion corporation, man. Straight up. These police, man, and see, they doing a lot of wicked shit. See, but it's all about the power and spirit of Yahweh H.I.M, man, because the Lord, he does have a left-hand side, and he does have a right-hand side. But when you really think about it, some of the stuff that these police stations do, these states do, the laws that they set up, a lot of that shit, man, goes against the scriptures. And it's a money grab. They constantly, they'll use your money to get a vehicle with no decal on it, right? Or everything is concealed. You don't even know it's a police officer that you can run up on and actually get help. You should be able to run up on a police officer and ask him, sir, I'm looking for such and such building. Do you, can you, point me to that place? You can't even run up on these people like that no more. They used to have protect and serve on like the side of their, police cruisers, right? Shit, there was a time when they used to come out, man, to come get your damn cat off the tree. They're not doing any of that now, man. They're in concealed cars, sitting up, hiding somewhere, and just can't wait for you to blow by. But I always say, if they were really concerned about your safety, the police officers would just be on the side of the road with their, with their cruiser lights on. It's nothing for them to turn on their lights. Every other couple of miles, there's a squad car. Everywhere these squad cars are sitting at, they should already have their lights on. Because they could turn the siren on. They could turn the sound on if they get a call about something. But they should have their lights on sitting on the side of the road just so people can see it and they're not going to speed. That's simple. You can cut down on a whole bunch of accidents just with that in itself. All they have to do is sit there with their cruiser lights on, right? And people are going to see, like, there's a police right there. Let me cut back on my speed. Let me pay attention and get off my phone. No, they don't want to do that. They're just like the doctors here, man, basically. They don't want to heal you. They want to, they'll just treat you because it's money at it. They have quotas to reach, man. And see, a lot of that stuff, man, Yahweh H.I.M, he see it as wickedness. That's wickedness. When you're just, basically, you're extorting the people. And then, like I said again, this country was built on violence. Like I was telling, putting that comment, and they were agreeing with me. But it is what it is, man. Because this person right here, like I said, they put facts. America was stolen with violence. It's going to go down in violence. It will change, all right, but the change will be far worse than it is. So, see, you got these police officers, they going on TV, we got to change, everything must change. Look at this country, what is going on in this country. This country is wicked as hell. The people that's running it is wicked as hell. The people that stole it and murdered for it is wicked as hell. You damn Edomites, man. and see, and this is what we pray for, though. We don't pray for America to get right. No, man, we pray for the downfall of this wicked ass place, man. These people are our enemies. We love seeing their country fall. And that's why I say, hey, continue on praying, man. Continue on praying for the downfall of this place, man. This place is wicked as hell. You're not supposed to be praying for the wicked to continue on being wicked. You're supposed to be praying for the Lord to do something about it. Come on, man. But yeah, just wanted to just touch on this real quick, man. Hey, America is not getting no better. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And we love seeing it, man, because that lets us know how close we are to getting the hell out of here, man. We need salvation. We need out of this place, man. So our people don't even be acting like this, man. Because we're going to run a righteous kingdom. It ain't going to be no nigga sitting around on the side of the road, hiding in the back of some trees to hop out on you, man. It's going to be a lot different, man. It's not going to be some crooked ass judge, some crooked ass DA, some crooked ass police chief. No, it's not going to be none of that in our kingdom, man. It's going to be ran straight with righteousness, man. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashala.